All right, so we made our way over today to Sykes Farm. They call it Sikes Adobe Farm. You can look that up on Google Maps, but we'll take you inside and show you what old-time life used to be like here in the suburbs, real suburbs of Southern California. So, down here in San Diego. Come on along. So welcome to Sykes. We're making our way over to the homestead, the Sykes homestead, which was founded in the early 1800s. Primarily, the family came here from Massachusetts and they were growing wheat. But of course, market forces being what they are, they realized that the wheat wasn't productive, meaning they weren't making any money at it, so they changed their crops up to different things. But I really want to share with you some of the old-time San Diego stuff, because particularly here in California, you know, we always think of beaches and kind of all the modern constructs of life here in California, and you know, all the current politics and all the other craziness that goes on here. But California really was founded on a independent, I'll say independent mindset. People coming here to get away from wherever they were coming from and to strike out on their own and basically you know, become real Californios, and that sense of independence and not wanting to fit in wherever they came from. They wanted to strike out on their own and do their own thing, and this Sykes farm is definitely one of those places. So come on along. So the Sikes Adobe Historic Farm is pretty easy to find. If you head north on 15, you're going to wind up getting off at the East Via Rancho Parkway exit. Now, if you Google map this, look for the Murr Shops North County Mall. We used to know this as North County Mall. It was also called the Westfields Mall. So it goes by a variety of names, but there's a large shopping mall that is literally right across the street from Sykes. And if you get off of East Via Rancho Parkway, make a right on Sunset and just follow the loop around, and you'll see the parking lot and the sign. So originally mentioned, the Sykes family, who were the first occupants of this home, moved from Massachusetts all the way across the country to San Diego, and that's about a 2,500-mile journey. So if you can imagine in the mid-1800s traveling by train and by stagecoach, horse and buggy, all the way across unimproved roads and lands just to get to San Diego. Boy, what an amazing trip that must have been. When they got to what is now the Sikes Adobe Farmstead, it was called Rancho San Bernardo. And they bought 2,400 acres of that land for a whopping $2,500, which is a lot of money. But on that land, they moved their 6 kids, and they built that actual house in 1872, which started as a one-room adobe house. Additional rooms in the Greek Revival style, which were popular during the Victorian era, were soon added to the one-room adobe structure. These additions were made of wood and not adobe, and based on letters from the Sykes family, we know that the farmhouse reached its final outer dimensions in 1881. The patriarch of the family, Zena Sykes, wound up dying in surgery in 1881 as a result of being kicked by a horse in his leg. His wife used the insurance payments in part to remodel the house extensively and upgrade the furnishings. She also continued in what we know now as a wheat farming business. However, the family's fortune slowly declined in the decades after patriarch's death, wheat became less profitable as competition grew and the land became less fertile. So the family began a dairy operation, and the remains of the old creamery is still on the site. Well, as misfortune finds its way to affect us all, debts piled up, and in 1897 the property was sold to August Barnett for $10 to pay off the mortgage he held on the property. And in 1917, the house was purchased along with the buildings in the Bernardo community as part of the Lake Hodges Dam project, which we still have to this day. So coming and visiting the Sikes Farmhouse, keep in mind that it is only open one day a week, that is Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., and literally from the moment you pull into the parking lot to when you actually walk up to the house during the business hours, it is free. Everything is free parking, and of course, it's sort of a self-guided tour through the farmhouse. It's staffed by volunteers when it is open on Sundays, and periodically they'll have a very knowledgeable staff member come and talk to you about the history of the house and all the different little artifacts you'll find in that throughout the house. From the moment you walk through the door to come inside the house, and I recommend you come in through the side, which was the original main room, but it's been modified ever so slightly. So the side entry of the house used to be the front of the house way back in the day when it was originally a single adobe building. But the most striking thing is that all of the artifacts, and they're period correct artifacts, you can literally walk up and touch them. And of course, you got to be careful because, again, these are old artifacts, not necessarily from the original house, but they are period correct pieces. But you can literally go up and take a look at these things and look at how they were constructed, particularly the ironworks of the stove, a lot of the wash basins, all the furniture throughout the house. And again, you can just walk all the way through the dwelling and just inspect all the little artifacts. The farmhouse was owned by the City of San Diego Water Department from 1925 to 2008, and it had largely just been left unattended, and it really started falling apart. However, around 2003, volunteer work began on the restoration of the historic adobe and wood frame farmhouse. So in January 2004, the farmhouse was completely restored, and they had a big grand opening celebration and invited as many people as possible to come and share in this really neat piece of historic architecture here in San Diego, particularly in the remote areas of San Diego where there weren't always a lot of people living. Unfortunately, 3 years later, in October 2007, the house, with the exception of the adobe walls, actually burned to the ground during the Witch Creek fire, which was a horrendous fire that burned a lot of structures here in North County. So fortunately, there was a lot of documentation on the reconstruction of this house originally, so that in August of 2009, a rebuilding effort began through the efforts of volunteers and private groups that donated money. They were actually able to finish the building in about a year's time, so that in June 26, 2010, there was a grand reopening celebration. And again, the Sykes Adobe Farmhouse was open to the public. right, so yeah, we spent the afternoon here at Sykes. It's a short tour, and as you saw in the intro, pretty easy to get to with regards to access here, but it embodies some of the history of San Diego, particularly out here in what was then in the 1800s considered the wilderness. There really wasn't anything out here. So yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to see the preservation that's going on and the attempt that people make to share that past with us. So yeah, in some ways we can benefit in the future. But yeah, it's amazing the creativity of the folks, the Sykes family that lived here at in this house all those years, and all the evolutions and changes that they made to keep up with the times. So, but I hope you enjoyed the video and little walking tour. So with that said, bye for now.